Hare Krishna. My name is Mahavishnu Das. We have a goal of reaching 100 subscribers by May 1st, which is this coming Sunday. So click the subscribe button below, share this video and the Gurukula YouTube channel with your friends and family, and have them subscribe as well. In 1968, Srila Prabhupada first began planting the seed of Gurukula in the minds of his leading disciples. As early as 1968, to put that in perspective, as we know, Srila Prabhupada came to the United States in 1965. It wasn't for another year until he was able to establish the temple at 26 2nd Avenue and initiate a few devotees. So already, just after 1966, 2 years later, he's already planting the idea in the minds of his disciples that he wants Gurukulas for the new generation. And these children do not yet exist, right? Srila Prabhupada, in fact, the people to whom Srila Prabhupada has given this instruction, they themselves are just out of school. They themselves are children in a way. But he's already thinking. Srila Prabhupada was a visionary. He was well ahead of all of his peers, disciples, always decades beyond their level of thinking. But it wasn't until 1971 where the first Gurukula was established in Dallas, Texas. But Srila Prabhupada's vision, Srila Prabhupada's significance he gave to Gurukula is well documented. And I want to read one of my favorite quotes of Srila Prabhupada regarding the importance and the meaning of Gurukula education. This is from, The Science of Self-Realization. In Vedic civilization, children were trained from the very beginning. They went to Gurukula, the school of the spiritual master, and learned self-control, cleanliness, truthfulness, and many other saintly qualities. The best of them were later fit to rule the country. This is how Srila Prabhupada saw the importance of these children growing up through the Gurukula system as he described and defined it. As we know, Srila Prabhupada used to always call these kids, I wouldn't say always, but he did give the moniker Vaikuntha children. It's been 50 years since the establishing of Gurukula in 1971. The anniversary was last year, 2021. I had been planning my celebration for this 50th anniversary prior to that, but of course, COVID came and all of our plans went up in smoke. But now that everything's opened up a bit more, we're all vaccinated and boosted and so on and so forth, I've had to postpone it to this year. And the celebration that I want to have, or the offering I want to give to Srila Prabhupada for his Vyasa-puja for 2021, and as an offering for the 50th anniversary of Gurukula, is to establish a Gurukula in each of the 50 states of the U.S. I thought long about this and did a lot of research on whether or not it was even possible. And it most definitely is, as I've been planning this over the past 18 months. I refer you to a video I did called MVI Gurukula, A Brief History, I believe is the video. And in that I talk about the brief history of the Gurukula. The Gurukula is actually now 5 years old, the MVI Gurukula. I go over that in brief, but I really go over also in brief a basic structure with how the Gurukula functions. There's classes every single day for an hour across the entire world, India, the US, the UK. So you get a basic understanding of how the Gurukula is structured and what we do in the Gurukula. Now, to replicate that in the 50 states of the US, that's impossible within 1 year. A long-term goal, for sure. But within a year, that's not possible. And that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not the offering we're trying to make. So I was sitting and going over this with my wife. We were quickly realized that that's something that's just simply not even close. But what we can do and have committed to do is to establish a Bhagavad Gita class. One of the many classes of the Gurukula, there's all kinds of classes going on in Gurukula, we have a Bhagavad Gita class where the students learn 150 key shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita. Many of you may know 108 are from Bhakti Shastri. In the Mayapur Gurukula, we had to learn 150. So it's that list of 150 that we have as part of the Gurukula curriculum. So that Bhagavad Gita class can be replicated in each of the 50 states by the end of the year. Now it's going to take time and it's going to take devotees in those areas. Me and my wife were sitting and talking this through when we think about Alaska. And I spent the last several days of last week calling up, trying to find out, is there anyone even in Alaska? Devotees, meaning. And if you know of devotees in Alaska, please connect me with them. So I've called a number of Hindu organizations, even called the University of Alaska. See, it's going to be tough. Establishing a Bhagavad Gita class in Alaska is going to be a challenge. But it is doable. It is certainly doable. To give you an understanding of how these classes are structured and how they function, these are online classes. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the curriculum's already done, so you don't have to worry about the curriculum. You don't have to worry about, finding a place to open up a physical space. It's online. The curriculum's already done. The training, the Gurukula, we will provide. And the classes take place once a week. Excuse me. They are 30 minutes long. An hour is best, but 30 minutes is easily doable. And even if you're not familiar with the Bhagavad Gita, you don't know Sanskrit, you've never memorized a Bhagavad Gita verse in your life, perfectly fine. In fact, I would say this would be a perfect time to learn Bhagavad Gita, because as they say, the fastest way to learn something is to teach it. So because the curriculum is already made, these are videos that are easy for even children to follow, let alone adults. The adult is there to try for interaction with the students. So you have to have, of course, internet savvy, because you have to open up a Zoom account, because these are taking place online. We give you the training. You have to undergo a background check. You have to pass a background check. We have to go through our child protection training program. It's based on the Massachusetts training program. You have to go through that. And again, of course, the training we provide you, curriculum's taken care of as well. So if you're interested, someone you know is interested, contact me. We'll go through an interview process to see if there's something that may work for you, if you're suitable for it. Any devotees you may know, contact them, connect them with me. But if you want to support in any other way, we have a campaign of raising $50,000 for the next fiscal year from this April to April of 2023. We just closed out the past year. So we're in the process of raising $50,000 for this coming year's Gurukula operations. And that's $50,000 will help us put together this 50-state campaign. So if you're interested, let me know. Contact me. Contact either through the YouTube channel. The Gurukula website is MVI Gurukula.com. You can go there. The links will be in the description of this video. And help us to establish these 50 Bhagavad Gita classes throughout the 50 states of the U.S. as an offering to Srila Prabhupada and what he did, and celebrating what he did in establishing Gurukula 50 years ago. One last thing to note, the Massachusetts Vaishnava Institute Gurukula is wholly and independently owned and operated by me and my wife. It is not a subsidiary of, or affiliated with any other educational or religious institution. Hare Krishna.